sports fans, Happy New Year as we are ready for NFL Wildcard Weekend in the league where they play for pay. And let's get right to it. AFC, New England and Kansas City have the bye weeks this week. New England the 1, Kansas City the 2. Kansas City the big winner last week. They win, Oakland loses, so Kansas City wins the division, has the week off. NFC, Dallas the 1, Atlanta the 2. Both of those teams have a bye week. Atlanta had a very nice year. A lot of people are not talking about the Falcons this year. Let's get right to the wild card picks. Let's start with the Saturday early game, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. The Houston Texans are at home, -3 against the Oakland Raiders, and we got a real mess of a game here. We have a complete mess here. Oakland, we know Carr is out. Then McGloin gets hurt last week. He's got a shoulder injury. He may not play. The Raiders may be down to their third-string quarterback, the rookie Cook. So we don't know what we're going to get from the Raiders side. Remember, Cook was a guy Dallas was looking at to draft last year. Oakland drafted him to be the backup to Carr. Dallas ends up drafting Prescott, and the rest is history. So a couple of teams obviously think Cook has ability, but this is a tough spot. I mean, this is going to be his first start on the road in the playoffs. That's asking a lot. Denver handled Oakland last week, so you don't know what you're going to get from the Raiders. You really don't. Houston, they got their own set of problems. Osweiler, we know, was benched. They brought in Savage. He has a concussion, so you don't know if he's going to play this week. They may have to go back to Osweiler, Houston, so you're going to have an ugly mess of a game. This game, it could be like, 16-12. This has ugly, low scoring written all over it. Remember, these teams played not too long ago in Mexico. Oakland rallied to win in the fourth quarter. They beat Houston down in Mexico City. Houston had a couple of bad calls go against them in that game. This game here, listen, if you want to throw this game out completely, I can't argue with you. I will go with Houston. I think they have the better defense, even though they don't have Watt. I think they have the better defense, and they're good at home. I think they'll want a little revenge. They were very mad that they lost that game in Mexico City. They thought they had a couple of bad calls go against them. Raiders rallied in the fourth, like I said. And you just don't know what you're going to get here from the Raiders. The Raiders are going to be down to their third quarterback, a rookie, in his first full start on the road in a playoff game. I mean, I love what the Raiders did this year. It's a shame Carr got hurt. I picked them all year. But it's asking a lot for a rookie to go on the road in his first start to win a playoff game. I mean, I have to take Houston by default here. And as far as the Raider fans, listen, I know it's heartbreaking you lost Carr. He'll be better. He'll be ready to go for next year. The future is bright, Raider fans. You're going to get a new stadium. And, you have a good young team. The future is bright. I know it's heartbreaking you lost Carr, but the future is bright. As far as this game, I will reluctantly go with Houston. Better defense, and they're home. But it is a real messy, ugly game. Could be 16-12 down there in Houston. The Saturday night game will be the Seattle Seahawks at home, -8 against the Detroit Lions. Neither one of these teams is playing well. Detroit lost 3 in a row. Well, lucky Washington lost to the Giants, or else Detroit would have been out of the playoffs completely. So Detroit's falling on hard times. Seattle not playing good football at all. Ever since Earl Thomas went out, their leader in that secondary, they haven't been playing well. They didn't even play well against the Niners last week. So you got two teams not exactly peaking. They're kind of going in the wrong direction. Listen, I have to go with Seattle at home. They have the experience. They have Russell Wilson. Detroit on a short week now. It has to go across the country to Seattle. I have to think Seattle is going to find a way with that crazy home crowd to get through here. I will probably move the line down to 2 and take it in a 2-team teaser, but I have to think the Seahawks are going to pull it out just with their experience and the home crowd. I like Seattle there. That's pick number 2. Pick number 3. This is the 1 o'clock game on Sunday afternoon. The Pittsburgh Steelers at home, -10 against the Miami Dolphins. First of all, we don't know if Tannehill's playing. They haven't ruled him out yet. If I had to guess, I say he does not play, and they're going to stick with Moore. Remember, Miami turned their season around early in the year when they were 1-4, when they played Pittsburgh at home and they laid it on the Steelers. That's the game Roethlisberger got hurt, and Miami really came alive in that game. Miami has been playing good football pretty much the whole rest of the way. So Miami, that was the game that really turned their season around. This is asking a lot, though. With your backup quarterback to go on the road in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is always good at home, very hard to beat at home. Steelers can get that offense cooking at home as well. Once they get on a roll, it's hard to stop them. Even Baltimore held the Steelers down for three quarters in that game, and all of a sudden the Steelers exploded at the end and pulled that game out. Asking a lot for the Dolphins here to pull this game out, and the Dolphins have had a very nice season. I love what the Dolphins did this year. I never thought they'd be this good. I never thought they'd make the playoffs. The running back, really good. They were gritty. They were gutty all year, Miami. Very hard spot here. You gotta like Pittsburgh at home in the Steel City to get through here. Again, I will probably move this line from 10 to 4. Play it in a 2-team teaser. I may play Seattle and Pittsburgh in a 2-team teaser, but I have to think the Steelers are going to get through at home here. Very hard spot for the Dolphins with their backup quarterback to go on the road and actually win this game. So I'll take Pittsburgh there. I'll probably move the line down to 4. That's pick number 3. Pick number 4. Let's go to the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field where the Green Bay Packers are -4.5 against the New York Giants. Green Bay does end up winning the division. They beat Detroit. What a turnaround for Green Bay. What were they, 4-6? They lost like 100-10 to Tennessee. They looked like a dead carcass, and they turned their season completely around. You know, Rodgers always gives you a chance. It's amazing what the defense has done. I mean, they have like a patchwork defense, but they're hanging in there. They're doing just enough. And you know that Green Bay offense can always do it for you with Rodgers. He always gives you a chance. So nice job by Green Bay coming all the way back to win the division. Vegas has actually made Green Bay the favorite to win the Super Bowl. They said the most popular pick to win the Super Bowl this last week has been Green Bay. Now, I don't know about that. I mean, Green Bay's got to get through here. Then they got to maybe win at Dallas, at Atlanta, and then beat maybe New England in the Super Bowl. That may be asking a lot. As far as this game goes with the New York Giants, listen, the Giants defense has been playing lights out. Even against Washington, a game they did not have. They shut Washington completely down. No Pierre-Paul this week. He will not get back. Giants secondary playing very well. The Giant offense, though, has to show up in this game. Green Bay's defense can give up some points. Beckham has to be huge in this game. Eli's got to be huge. They cannot rely on their defense to shut down Green Bay and hold them to like 10 points and win 13-10. Green Bay is going to find a way to get some points. The Giant offense is going to have to do something in this game. It's a very, very tough game. It's an interesting game. Being the game is in Lambeau. Being Aaron Rodgers and the Packers are so hot. I am going to go Green Bay money line here. I'm going to take Green Bay in the money line to squeak through and beat the Giants. This is a very interesting game. The Giants have won at Lambeau in the past in the playoffs. Eli is a better, playoff quarterback than he is a regular season quarterback. Very interesting game. A lot of dynamics in this game to watch out for. That Giant defense against Aaron Rodgers. You got some really nice stuff to look for in this game. But I am going to go Green Bay money line there. So I'm going to take the Packers. That is pick number 4. So that's the way I see it playing out for NFL Wild Card Weekend this week. As far as the college football, next Monday you have Alabama and Clemson in the national title game. That's a rematch of last year. Clemson just obliterated Ohio State. Alabama shut down Washington. I do give Clemson a chance in this game because they have Watson. He's one of the best players in the country, if not the best player. And Alabama is playing a freshman quarterback. We have to remember that. Alabama's defense, though, is awesome. Alabama's defense scores more points than their opponent's offense does sometimes. So it's another fascinating matchup. I do give Clemson a chance. Alabama favored by 7 right now. We'll get into this game more next week. As far as the Rose Bowl, that was a classic with USC coming all the way back to beat Penn State by 3 points. They hit a field goal with no time left. That was an absolutely classic Rose Bowl. The rest of the bowl games, not so great. I mean, Michigan, Florida State was a good game. Rest of the bowl games, not so great. Not a great season for the bowl games. And, of course, the first 2 playoff games weren't great either. They were kind of one-sided. So you hope the national title game is a very good game. Okay, there you go. You guys are all set. You guys are all caught up. You guys, once again, Happy New Year. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. Pick a lot of winners. Make a lot of money in Wild Card Weekend. I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Thanks for the support. Take care.